Carissa does with On the Scene.
I'm pretty fucking Leon, but you already knew that.
And we're here with our very special guest, Max Smith.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
One of the founders of The Thesis. And we're actually here for the 9th year of The Thesis anniversary show. What's up?
Here we are.
What is it? What, Matt, can you tell us what The Thesis is real quick? Well, just tell us what the general gist of The Thesis is.
In a nutshell, The Thesis is like Portland's premier hip hop destination.
I would agree with that. That's what I tell
when it
people.
comes to music that comes from this city and from this region, and getting to hear it live and see it live, experience it live,
and beyond this region too. You be getting people from all over the
It does
place,
happen, but typically it's definitely like built around people that are from here. We definitely do bring people from all the country
I recommend if
and world.
anybody's coming to see a show in Portland, I'm like, go to this. If you're around for The Thesis,
and that's why we call it the premier destination, because pretty much everyone says that, like, if you're looking for hip hop in Portland, come to Thesis. If you're black in Portland, you just moved here, you haven't met any black people, come to Thesis. If you're a person of color, you're looking for other people who are cool, come to Thesis. If you've got a leftist tinge to you, and you want to hang out somewhere that's not a bunch of chetty, come to Thesis.
Have you been doing it every year at Kelly's Olympian?
Yeah, every month at Kelly's Olympian. There have been a few offsites. I call them offsites, and we do offsites. So we've had the boat now twice. We did it in 2015 and again in 2023. So it only took us 7 years to get back. We also did. We've also just in a couple. We did one at the what is it called? The Star. Theater.
Yeah, Star Theater.
We did once there. We had like 300 people there.
Oh,
that was really fun. We had a Gifted Gab from Seattle. And then we've also done like a couple offsites, like special ones, like the ones that aren't on the first Thursday. I've done those at random locations. We did one in a warehouse. We did one at the Architectural Institute in the lobby. We've done this like stuff like that on occasion.
What was your favorite year, or like for The Thesis? What was your favorite year and why?
Favorite year is a wild question. The first year was so much fun.
Figuring things out.
Just because we were figuring things out, we were like selling out every month.
Really?
It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We were having so much fun. It was like lines around the corner. There was also a really fun year. I want to say it was 2015 or 2016, where we had like Martell Webster came through, and then like we had like the Last Artful Dodger was doing shows with us and went really hard. We also had the year that like Dame started rapping, whatever year that was. And that was really fun as well, because he came through a couple times. He would like be in the crowd. Then we had like Ari Spears, like perform, like different artists from like around the country were like just popping up in the shows. That was really fun. But I have to say honestly that every year is like exciting for its own reasons. The last year, 2 years have been really exciting, just like finding new artists and really getting back to our bones after the pandemic. And it's been like as rewarding, I think, as possible. So every year has been great for different reasons, but the last 2 years for me have been like the most formative.
So this is the 9th anniversary, of course, 9th anniversary show tonight at Kelly's, 9 p.m., correct? 9 p.m. And the bill seems really, I feel like there's a lot of, old, artists that have already been on, and then some special people tonight. So can you tell us about some of the people you picked specifically for this bill?
Absolutely. So at the headlining spot, we have Vari, who's really dope. Last year, we actually had his brother Tego performing, and he came out and did some stuff there. So then Vari, Northside Tego,
shout out,
and he pops off too. So then we had Vari out after that, and he just killed it as like in like a supporting role. So we're bringing him back now as a headliner. He actually has a song right now with West Side Boogie.
Yeah,
so he's doing big things right now. He's got an album out with DeRoyal he's working on right now. I think that's coming out shortly, and so DeRoyal will also be a part of his set. And DeRoyal's like a really dope, a singer who's also from here. And then we have Tiff Too Icy, who is just a lot of fun. She's just like a lot of fun. It's like a younger like a Flo Milli a type of vibe. Just like really made up, does the most with the glam. Really, this is like all over the place. She rocks with Burn Money. And when I asked online like who should be on the anniversary show, I got a lot of Tiff Too Icy.
Yeah. So I would recommend
her vibe is great. Seems really cool. She performs well. I've seen her perform live a few times, so I'm excited to see that. We've also got Magic 9, who's like a Thesis veteran. She's done a few shows, a number of shows. There's probably 3 or 4 already. and we've worked on shows outside of this as well. So she's like super exciting. She's super cute, just hella fun, just young and just bubbly and just has all the energy. She brings out Tyree and all those guys, and they go hard on the stage with her. She's got some dancers coming this time, so I know it's about to be popping off. She's always with all the extras. And then we have a Twan, who I think is lesser known in our circle, but has a really good following on the underground. Yeah. Just a young guy, does like this really cool, like kind of like a Philly style, almost like somewhere between like Philly and Atlanta kind of style of rap. Keeps it really like a grimy and fun, but also like super introspective and deep. He dances, he does all kind of different stuff. He's just got like a great vibe to him. And I always love to have like a youngin' who's doing big things. We had Bird Bennett a couple years ago, and he killed it. People were like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "Well, you'll see." Yeah, and I feel like Twan is like going to be on the same boat. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we interviewed Bird Bennett, he was talking about, and you were talking about it too, how before he was old enough to perform at the Thesis, he used to stand outside the window and look in, and like he couldn't wait to be on stage, and then it was like an honor.
We used to have to kick him out. He would like sneak in and stuff. He'd be like, "You can't be here, bro. You're 19."
God damn, that's a real trooper right there, man. That motherfucker is about the music. Like he lives and breathes hip hop, like a real.
Yeah,
one.
he's so smooth with his lyrics. Yeah. That's you were talking about Twan, and I was actually going to ask you before that about what you feel about the underground kind of hip hop scene, like kind of the grimier stuff. Do you have a lot of artists like that come through, or is it I don't know, do you have some representation for that like type of music as well?
Absolutely, and actually, if you wait for January, you'll see we're going to be bringing some of that back. I think it's always a balance with the Thesis of bringing like, acts that are like super well polished, and bringing acts that are like just gonna like make you cry and spot, or just be like, dang, this was an amazing night. People really like come out there and get high and be like, damn, this was amazing. Yeah. But then you also want to have some guys like remind you of what hip hop is about. Like I grew up on Wu-Tang and, all this stuff is like, just the youngins getting after it. And we don't always show all of that as much as we can. And I think there's a lot of that out there. Like a lot of people that are unpolished and unready, but just raw. There's plenty of venues for that. But I feel like as soon as that hits a point, I'm like, let's go get it. Like I saw Twan, I'm like, oh yeah, you've been like grinding now. I've been watching it for a few months. Like he's just grinding on it. And the music is really just like raw. And I'm like, okay, I think he's ready. Let's do this. So I'm usually right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say, the selection is always on point. The artists are always, I feel like they rise to the occasion too a lot of the time. It's like I don't think I've ever seen anybody there. I'll talk to people beforehand, like even here at the Prxtty, and they're like, I'm nervous and it's my first time. And like, I usually ask, this is your first thesis? And they're like, yeah. And you wouldn't be able to tell. I feel like the energy is just so infectious over there, and everybody just kind of gets into the mood, and the crowd is very, very welcoming, and it is the upper echelon. It's like you are on a platform, and it is important that you excel, but it's like, seems like there's this energy that gets
these guys are good. They just got to hit their free throws. Yeah, that's all it is. Exactly. You just got to walk in and knock down your free throws. You know what I mean? Like you might miss the tough shots or whatever. You don't have to. You just got to walk in, knock your free. Like, and that's the thing with it is like I try to set it up. Me and Verbs, we really try to like set it up so like the artist just walk into a winning situation. All you gotta do is hit your shot. You ain't gotta do no crossovers. All you gotta do is like take the little pick and roll. Make an easy pass.
Good sound guy.
You know what I'm saying? Like DJ, take the high screen, hit the shot. You know what I mean? Like get fouled, knock your free throws down. Like we gonna put you on the line, bro. Hit your free throws. We're not gonna put you in no spot where you like 2 seconds on the clock, you get the ball. It's not the point. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of everything. We're just gonna slide up. Get your shot.
And that's also a testament to like a good booker or a good host, a good coordinator to make sure that your artists feel comfortable, because the amount of times, I talk to people all the time about shows and whatever, and they're like, do you have a sound guy? Do you have this? Do you have that? They're nervous because sometimes you'll pull up to a show and there's nobody there. There's nothing there, and it just freaks you the fuck out, and then your show's bad,
or they have stuff, but I mean, I've heard of that where people show up and they're like, the speakers are effed up and like the mixer like doesn't work properly. So I think artists are used to that.
Yeah. Definitely. That's kind of the, unfortunately, that's kind of the, that's a regular thing in Portland is people just be like, I can throw shows.
Having it at a venue is the difference. That's one of the reasons we keep it at the venue. Like I could do it off in the street somewhere in a warehouse or in a different spot, but doing it at a venue allows us to have that And like Nalene runs a type ship over there. So like just having that, you know, like it means it's always a clear show. It's always a good show. There's never like a technical difficulty. So having the expertise on hand is one thing that I gotta shout out.
Make or break a show for sure. The technical, absolutely.
Who is your favorite underground hip hop artist?
Like in general?
In general, not even just in Portland, just in general.
Wow. My favorite hip hop artist underground? Yeah. You know what's wild about that? Like, I want to answer that question, I do, but I don't even do that.
You don't like picking favorites? I noticed that.
It's not even that. It's like,
I'm the same way.
I think I hit a certain point in my life where people are like, hey, what's your favorite color? And I'm like I don't care.
like different colors at different times,
What
man.
do you mean?
I don't listen to the same artist and same song every
Who's your
day.
favorite basketball player? I just don't care anymore.
I like a lot of them.
No, and I think as part, right? I think as part of like how this works for me is like, if I were to play favorites, like if you were to ask me like for an interview right now, which I guess this is, but like if someone were to say like we're on NPR right now, who's your artist? I'd be like, hey, Lambo Lawson, Zaya Bell, you know what I mean? Like I would just give you like names like that. Like there's no one outside of my region that I jock the way I jock anybody inside of my region. So that's just me personally. I think there's some amazing artists out here. I don't really listen to enough of outside stuff unless it just comes across my board, and none of them are gonna be my favorites because I don't relate to their experience the same way I do to people that are from this region that I deal with the same stuff I do. Some people just say crazy stuff and they just rap, but like I feel like guys like Lambo, guys like Zaya, I mean even like a Dodger if you want to take it back, Ilmac, these guys are monsters, you know, and they really get it done. I love what Magic is doing right now. Honestly, she's on this show right now, and I love everything that she does. It's a lot of artists are doing like amazing stuff. Mike Capes, I mean, like let's not forget the obvious. Like you know, you got your Mike Capes, Carmen Rivera. I've told people she's my favorite on several occasions because Carmen's a monster. You know, even Aspen as a DJ, just like super dope.
Shout out Aspen.
I know she's not like a rapper, but like she could be. She could
do anything.
You know what I mean?
She got the flow. Man.
I feel like there's some really dope artists that are really doing like super dope stuff. Charlie Brown,
shout out Charlie
III.
Brown.
This guy is like a musical genius beyond what I've typically seen. A Paris Alexa in Seattle.
Shout out Wavy Joseph.
It's just amazing, Wavy Joseph. I mean, yeah, there's some artists I really rock with. On a national level, I'm not sure as much, but like on a local level for sure.
Shout out the locals too. The locals are crazy. That's what you're telling me. I remember. Those guys are crazy. Can't wait for them to keep doing stuff. So, yeah.
Who are the locals? They follow me on Instagram and like my stuff, but I'm not. I don't know if I met them.
They're like these.
They're from Portland.
Yeah. They're like a younger cast, and I actually don't remember the names of all of them, but I've known Dante for a while, and he's the bass player, I think. And they're fucking tight. It's like it's like Latino fronted band. They rap and sing in Spanish. He has like an auto-tune pedal live and shit, and it's like super heavy and like. But then also there's like some songs that are more like like traditional, and it's very good stuff. Like I heard it and I was just like my eyes were like my jaw dropped. I was like, oh shit, like y'all better be ready because they're gonna come. They're coming. So yeah. But shout out them. Shoot, goddamn. Hell yeah. The 9th anniversary of the Thesis. We gonna be there.
Hip hop has been around for at least 50 years.
What 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah. And we've seen a lot of evolution over the years. What do you hope changes in the near future with hip hop? How do you see it moving forward?
I'm old enough to have seen other Black forms of music become a genre. And I think that's kind of what, the point that we're at. I think we fought now for years to make hip hop a genre. Mm-hmm. And now hip hop is a genre. You don't have like R&B artists winning hip hop awards anymore. Mm-hmm. But you have like, what's barely hip hop. It's basically pop, it's like, rap pop is now what's the thing. And that's what it's going to be. I don't know if there's going to be a new form of music that comes out of this. I don't know, but I think it's about that time. And I think that when it comes to hip hop being like, like the music of the oppressed, that's always there. It's just not what's popular. So We always talk about is hip hop dead? Is it this? Is it that? People argue. No, we still have this and this, and that's all. It's all true. Like hip hop in the mainstream is definitely dead because it's just pop now. But when it comes to like, are there people that are making good music? It's absolutely still there. Absolutely. And it's a matter of if you just are not concerned with what everyone else is listening to, and are just willing to listen to the music that you love. There's plenty of good stuff out there. I love. The artists that are out there. Just make music for themselves.
Yeah, make music for you. As Rick Rubin says, make music for you. That's how you make good music. So,
also, I noticed that this microphone matches your dress. Is that intentional?
No, I actually did not mean for that. No, I don't know where my pink microphone went, or else I would have that.
Green screen would this be like the microphone? Would I just be holding this?
It could be anything. You could make it into a bird if you wanted to. All right. Anything else? Any last words? Final words.
Shout out to the Thesis. We're getting our ninth year in. This is the start of our ninth year. And this year will be our 10th year. After that, I might just quit and leave the country. So until then, come and have fun. Rock out the Thesis. Every month. Don't wait until it's a holiday or a special occasion. Just come rock out. I guarantee we always have fun.
And be there on time.
Yeah.
I'm Prxtty fucking Leon on the fucking scene live at the Thesis Pre-Funk for the 9th fucking anniversary. We fucking out.
We out here.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Yeah, come to support, come to have fun, all that. I'm Carissa Des.
I'm Prxtty Leon.
Let's go.
Max Smith.
Yes, sir.
We out.
Representing Portland, Oregon hip hop scene.